Hey guys, we're back here live again at the Century Arms booth, number 11962. If you are here in Vegas at SHOT Show 2020. For the second day, we've got Kevin back from USCCA. What a great guest from yesterday. I want to bring you back on here and talk about some of the other stuff, some of the things that we didn't talk about yesterday. I think more along in, where you align yourself with some of the safety aspects instead of the coverage aspects.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
talk about that.
You know, the basis of all self-defense is that you want to be safe and legal when you're doing that sort of stuff. And USCCA training program, we have our training division with more than 1,000 trainers around the country. And firearm safety starts with education. People have to know what it is that they're supposed to do and how to handle their guns and stuff like that. So we run a couple of different classes out there now. Our Concealed Carry and Home Defense Fundamentals is basically a base level class, and then we have a Defensive Shooting Fundamentals, both a level 1 and level 2 class, which is actually putting people into dynamic shooting situations where they're moving and shooting and making that work. We also have a great training portal where firearms trainers, whether they're USCCA certified or not, can log into our portal, put their information up there, and then customers come, type in their zip code, and we find them a firearms trainer right where they live.
So when you say training, we're talking about actual in-person training?
Actual in-person training, hands-on, on the range, ready to go, firearms. We also have classroom training. And recently, state of Tennessee just decided that they could do concealed carry classes online. So we put together an online curriculum just for the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
So people could go online, do their test, do their e-learning, and get their permit.
I mean, in a way, there's a lot of states that are constitutional carry that
Right.
aren't even taking
Right.
a class
Yeah.
whatsoever. So,
When we actually look at what people are required to do, in the state of Wisconsin, you can get a concealed carry permit with a hunter education card. I took hunter education when I was 12
and you're
years
like,
old.
it doesn't.
Yep, and there was...
I think they actually, well, I know in Colorado
Yeah.
they just recently kind of stopped that. They
Yeah.
cut it off after a certain date. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Even military,
Yeah.
most people that have actually
Yeah.
never even touched a gun,
Yeah.
they qualify in Colorado too.
And the single most important thing that people need to know for their training, for their concealed carry permit, are the laws about when you can use force in your state. And that is not brought up in your military training. I was in
Yeah.
the Navy, and nobody ever talked about that to me, in your hunter education training or some of the other stuff. So you need to have that discussion of
Absolutely.
what's legal and honestly what's ethical and what you can live with
And
for the rest of
honestly,
your
a
life.
lot of that stuff, like the statutes and stuff, and use
Yep.
of deadly force, it's actually more difficult to find on the internet than you would think.
Yeah, well, I have a great place where you can find it.
Yep.
Is it the US or the
Yeah.
USCCA website?
USCCA.com/laws, and I hire Bonnie, and she works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, doing nothing
Updating.
but researching and updating the state laws.
Because they're constantly changing as well.
And a reciprocity map, so you just plug in what state you have a permit. We'll tell you where you're good throughout the country, and there's a little calendar on there that says when the site was last updated, so people know exactly when the changes were made. Our state laws page is actually the most searched element on our page. It's the highest search engine optimization that we have.
Wow.
on there.
So, I mean, this training is actually a really good idea because you want to make sure that they are doing all the right things, especially if you guys are going to be representing them.
Absolutely.
And it makes your job
Yeah.
so much easier.
Yeah.
Just because, if they didn't, and there's so many things that take place before you could even just pull out your gun.
Yeah.
It can't just be, somebody called you a bad name on Facebook. You're like, yo, what'd
Yeah.
you say? And now you're,
Yeah, now you're in trouble. And what I tell people too is situational awareness and conflict avoidance. If you said to me that we're going to have a gunfight on Wednesday, I'm not going to be there. Sorry, I got something else to do. I'm going to avoid that situation
Absolutely.
the best I can. So if you're using your force as a last resort, then you're doing the right thing. That's the best thing to keep in mind. Is this the last thing that I can do to protect myself? Because there are truly lots of other things you can do.
Definitely. And are these classes, what is the cost for members?
Wow, different all over the place. So
Okay.
through our member portal, whatever our instructors, our certified instructors, are allowed to set their prices for their classes, on market demands and stuff like that. So all 50 states, instructors have different prices across the board.
And instructors have to take a certain class in order to be qualified under
Yes,
your guys'
we have an entire certification program where we have training counselors who are teaching certified instructors, and then certified instructors teach end users and consumers out at the end. So, I've been involved. I'm a training counselor. I haven't done it for a little while now, but this is not a rubber stamp. I remember going through a certain other organization's training counselor program,
Yeah.
and boom, I hit the paper plate 6 times. I got my card, and we've gone through it and had to pull people aside and say, nice try, but you
Yeah.
didn't make the certification. You didn't score high enough on the test, or you didn't shoot well enough. we're going to give you some remedial training and try to get you up to the level that we need. So.
As far as that dealer portal or that portal that you have for those guys, if somebody's signing up for that and let's say they don't qualify for it, how do you guys handle that? Just out of curiosity, 'cause I'm sure everybody.
They probably pull out their gun if we're being honest.
No, not at all. There's two different areas on the instructor portal. One is for USCCA certified instructors, and one is for other firearms instructors out there. And again, I tell people this all the time. I've been telling them for years. Do some research about your firearms instructors. See what kind of training they have, what kind of background they have. Where have they come from? What have they done before?
Well.
And look for reviews and ask about what their training course is like. And if at all possible, talk to somebody else who's been through that training course and see what they got. So that's the differentiation there on that training, the trainer portal. Is that USCCA instructors are noted as such, and when you're a certified instructor for the USCCA, they have their certificate right there, their trainer number. You can check it out. And you got a question about somebody from the USCCA, give us a call. We'll talk about it. So.
What as far as if I'm going to interact online, what is there a time frame? Like how long if I'm going to go receive some kind of training on the website? I know, like, say, the NRA certification, stuff like that, there's courses that may take you, supposedly, they say it's a 2-week online course or something like that. How long is the course?
I don't know the base level of hours. I believe that we have our e-learning should take you between 8 and 16 hours to finish. But as you go through that, that's you're working your way through that. And the e-learning courses provide quizzes and tests along the way and stuff. And you can't just page through and then hit the questions and hit the answers, because the questions come up as different questions each time. So we're making sure that nobody gets a cheat and work their way, game the system and get it easier.
That's pretty much how I passed college.
Yeah, cheating.
Yeah,
were you good at that?
pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
Graduated in 3 years.
There you go.
So how's it being received so far, the online training?
Oh, it's going very well, and especially the thing in Tennessee, because basically what it is an understanding of the laws and what you have to do. So that online training, I tell people, shooting is very important, but when you're in a gunfight, the shooting is going to be close, it's going to be fast, and it's only going to be a few rounds.
Yeah.
Understanding the legality of what you're doing before, during, and after that gunfight, much more important than being able to hit a target, an 18-inch wide target from 3 feet away.
Right.
That most people can do.
Right. So, and that's a beautiful thing that y'all have that set up. Again, I took advantage of this. It said, and I have to admit this, it says I've been a member since 2016. Somehow or another, I let mine lapse in 2015, I believe.
Yep.
So I started over in 2016. I've probably been a customer for probably about 5 years now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
In fact, who was the guy that sends out all the emails where his email goes straight to my junk folder now?
That would be my CEO, Tim
Yeah,
Schmidt.
that's him,
You
that's him.
don't want me to say anything bad about him.
I'm not gonna make
No.
you. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is all of his emails now go straight into my junk folder, or my spam folder, because I think I was getting 3 a day.
Yeah, well,
every day.
we have taken a very good hard look at our email cadence and stuff like that. We're reducing the number of email sends that we have out there, and we're limiting them to now providing good, solid, valuable information every single time that we do that. The content
but
is
you
the
do,
key.
because you're actually sending out, I'm getting emails now from USCCA. Those are good emails.
Yeah.
I actually really get a lot out of it.
I've actually somehow managed to sign up for those emails as well, and I've been reading them.
Yeah, so we like to think that we put together some good, solid information. And if we're overwhelming people, you know what? Call us at our member service hotline, and they will walk you right through how you can limit which emails you want to get and which ones are
Which
going
is
out
like with
there.
anything
So,
else. You could, just go through and say, I only want to receive like once a week.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
whatever.
And you as a member, you have your own member dashboard. So you can log into that dashboard,
I did not
watch,
know this.
watch
Yeah.
all of the member-only content. There's
Okay.
exclusive content just for the members.
know that.
I do a monthly webinar with an attorney, so we do Ask an Attorney. People call in with questions, and we answer those questions.
That is cool.
And it's right on your member-only dashboard. Just log in USCCA.com and say, yeah, I'm a member. Here's my name and number, and away you go.
The biggest compliment that I will give you guys, and I mean this genuinely, I love the magazine that you guys send out.
Thank you very much.
That is a good magazine, seriously, from front to back. It's not jam-packed with ads. It's obviously not like a huge revenue source for y'all. I know it's a revenue source, but it's not the only revenue source.
No, not
Some of
at
these
all.
other magazine publications you get, it's just, you can tell, all right, the ad or the articles are secondary priority.
Yeah.
Just the stories that are in there. that the articles that you guys write, I don't know who writes for you guys, but they're great writers. The content is always fresh and it's really good. I'm really impressed with the magazine, I got to tell you.
And thank you very much. It makes me feel good. I was hired as the magazine editor 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, wow.
And,
now
so
I know. I was like, where is he going with this?
And,
I should have known he was kissing some butt.
And over the course of that time, we had one simple goal: is that I wanted the next magazine to be better than the last magazine. And when I took over, I told Tim Schmidt, the CEO, I said, Tim, we're going to change the entire format of the magazine. We're going to make it a consumer magazine, and I will tell everybody what they need to know about concealed carry. I'll answer every single question, and then I'll quit. So I figure I'll be working for a while.
Yeah.
So I try to figure out what people want before they realize they want it.
Right. No, it's good content. Whatever y'all have done, you've done the right thing. Keep it like it is. It's readable.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Honestly readable. So good job.
Would you like to say something nice about me now? Because that was great. I really appreciate that.
Well,
Don't talk about Tim Schmidt.
Yeah, don't.
You know, I'm saying this jokingly.
No, she's got nothing, so great.
Right.
All right.
just put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I'll email you.
Oh, great.
When you said she's got nothing, it's almost like I've heard that so many times before. And
Wow.
It just seems like a repetitive theme.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Make me look
But
like
thank
an
you. The
idiot. I don't even know
compliments,
why I'm here.
the compliments we get from the magazine, I have to say, we have a great magazine team, and it starts right with our creative director, Ken Wangler, all the way down through the rest of the staff. Those people work really, really hard. I cannot take all the credit for that. So.
Well, I mean, honestly, we all can probably relate to this. There are other organizations that send magazines out as frequent as you guys do, and they sit on I'll look at the cover.
They end up in my
On
trash.
the bar,
anyway.
yep. I mean, literally, my wife will put them there, and I'll look, and I'll go, okay, bloop, bloop. You know, that's where it goes. You know, and then that's the truth, because I know it's jam packed with ads, and there's very little content in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do
So,
appreciate
if people who are watching this right now, if they want to sign up for USCCA,
Yep.
where can they go? And you said that there's 3 different levels,
Yeah.
so there's lots of different options. But where can they find you guys?
USCCA.com is the easiest place to go, right there.
Okay.
And it starts, like any normal, organic website. You're looking over why you would want to join USCCA, and then it guides you. You just click here, and it takes you right to a page a landing page where you can sign up. If you don't want to do it online, there's a phone number right on there. You can call and talk to a real person in Wisconsin 24 hours a day.
Perfect.
So.
Okay, awesome.
Very cool. Kevin, I'm a big fan.
Thank you very much.
So we appreciate you guys. It's always good to talk to you all. And but we're probably, I know this is something we'll talk about later on, but I want to reach back out to you guys and probably want to, and Ava, you may want to do the same, put together some videos. I don't think a lot of our viewers fully understand, and hopefully we've cleared some of that up in the last 2 days, but I don't think they fully understand what the intent of you guys are, not the safety side, and I know there's the bumper sticker stuff that sounds good, but you guys really are intending to try to do the right thing in the gun community in so many ways. And I think if, ignorance a lot of times keeps people from being involved in something, and I say that in a nice way, just not knowing what something is about, you don't just automatically gravitate to it and be a part of it.
And our goal is to serve those people who want to protect.
Yeah.
And no matter who you want to protect or how you want to protect them, we're there to serve that group of people. And we don't differentiate. I mean, we want to serve as many people as possible. It's not bound by party lines or race or creed or anything like that. If you want to protect somebody with a firearm or any other legal weapon, we are there to help you figure out how to do that.
Right. Well, you guys do a good job of it. I mean, I've never heard anything negative about you all, and I always appreciate you guys being on here. It's good to have you on here, and I'll have to run by your booth again and check you guys out. By the way, I mean, the marketing thing is working because I've seen a bunch of you guys little patches on the backs of backpacks at the show here. So good job on that. It's way more eye-catching, honestly, than the old one. I never realized how much the other one blended.
Yeah.
But this one pops out at you.
Yeah,
so.
and that was the whole goal. We wanted to let people know, yellow means danger and safety and condition yellow. And
now,
we're
was
looking for
that
that,
Jessica's choice, or is that another compliment to you?
No, that goes to a creative director out that way.
All right.
So,
Just trying to see. All right, cool.
Well,
Kevin,
thank you.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us again.
I truly appreciate it.
No
and
problem
thanks for
at all.
letting me be here. So, alrighty, thanks again.
Thank you.